Hello everyone, and welcome back to the BBWE. That's the Bash Buddies Wrestling Association. I am one of your hosts. I am Don Chidowski, and I'm on the run from the Japanese Yakuza.
I am Chaz McFreely, 5 times World Heavyweight Champion, and 2-time Nobel Prize winner.
Ah, that's very good. And we've got our first contestant out for today's match.
It's Goku.
Yes, he seems a bit out of place in the ring, but, you know, he's certainly something that probably shouldn't be messed with, shall we say.
No, it does look like he has just drawn that outfit on before coming out. Not a tactic you often see from the competitors here.
Well, maybe he's hoping that the artistry he's put into his work, they'll be a bit less willing to smack him around. They don't want to ruin his costume or
obviously
anything,
not, no. Also, very spiky hair on this man.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be on the wrong end of that.
No,
get a bad splinter.
Could do some real damage. And here he is, rallying the crowd. I think he's a people pleaser.
He absolutely is. He really draws that energy from the crowd and makes a big ball above his head.
I have heard about such things. He does a big scream and all the energy comes from the people to give him some real power.
Absolutely. This will be a tag team match.
Yes.
And perhaps we're about to see his tag team partner come out now.
The rising star, Izuku Deku Midoriya.
That's him.
That's his name.
He's actually My Hero Academia.
That's true. Now, very similar origins for Goku. He's from Japan, and he's gone through the ranks to rise up to someone to gain some power and be a bit of a force to be reckoned with. But he's not quite on the same standing.
No, he's a real up and comer though, and he's really got a lot of power. Borrowed from a nice flip there.
Cheeky flip.
We'll see if he'll be coming out using his punch style,
yes,
or his kicking style.
Now he has got his boots on. That might imply he's going to be a bit more kick orientated. But
well, we'll see how it goes. Here they are,
the two of them together. I think they look. Well, they're not playing off each other. Now here he is. The man himself.
Logan Paul.
The Maverick.
Hot off a victory against Sans Undertale last week.
And that was quite the domination, might we say.
He really did take control in that matchup. Might be a tougher matchup here, and not sure if he's going to gel with his partner, who we're yet to see.
They do have a bit of a rivalry behind the scenes, of what I've heard. So hopefully they can put it aside for the fans. He's doing his dance here that he's known for.
He's showing us all that he feels at home in the ring.
Absolutely.
Not scared to just whip out the moves.
No, and why would he be? With such power behind him. And we're going to see his...
on a winning streak as well.
Of course. And we're going to see his partner come out now. Here he is, PewDiePie himself. The king of YouTube, as it were.
I hope he takes those headphones off.
I think
he's quite dangerous.
Probably listening to his own diss track of a T-series that he's made.
Oh right,
so he's getting himself in the zone. He knows he's got to do this for the subscribers, for the fans. Everyone wants to see T-series destroyed, and PewDiePie is just going to show that he can do that.
Well, he's gonna be really trying his best, showing all those subscribers what they're here for.
Absolutely. The 88, 89 million people that are now subscribed to Felix. He's going to show them that it's worth their time. It's worthwhile.
I actually completely forgot that his name was Felix.
Yes, Felix Kjellberg, I believe, is his full name.
Good.
I may have pronounced it wrong because it is Swedish.
And here we see the cage coming down to surround these competitors.
So remind me, this game mode, what are we seeing be played here?
We see here PewDiePie trying to exit the ring. You win the match by being the first pair to escape from the ring by climbing over the top.
So do both members of the team have to escape out of the ring?
I'll be honest, I cannot remember the rules.
Okay.
I would imagine so.
Right. Well, we suppose we shall see come the end of the game.
There's obviously going to be some tactics in play here, because if you make a hasty escape, you're halfway towards winning, but you also leave your partner in the ring with two vicious competitors.
No, that's very true. Now, I believe if Deku, for example, were to leave the ring early, Goku might be able to handle himself. Look at the way these two are dominating Felix and Logan here.
They're really throwing out a lot of big moves early.
Absolutely. Logan Paul, who we saw win last time, he doesn't seem to be standing a chance against Goku.
No, he's not quite caught his stride yet. He's getting in a few blows there, though.
And we are seeing Deku bring out his shoot style. He's been kicking PewDiePie whilst he's down.
Well, you've got to take every advantage you can get here.
Absolutely.
It's a tricky match, the steel cage, and there really is no escape. So you need to get those big moves in there.
Now Goku, do you think he's feigning that he's already tired, or do you think he's already exerted himself a little too much?
Well, Goku, being a member of the Saiyan race, with every defeat, they actually get a bit stronger. Maybe he's deliberately taking some blows early on to come back more powerful.
That's a good strategy. A bit unorthodox, of course. Anyone else wouldn't want to take the blows too much.
No,
but
and Deku is looking here to make an early escape.
he's getting his footing. Can
It's
he pull himself? Oh!
quite hard to find the purchase on that steel cage.
Oh,
and I would know, being a 5-time heavyweight champion.
That's very true, I
I've
suppose.
seen the inside of a cage a few times.
Oh, now Logan and Felix are going straight out for the off.
Oh, Logan, perhaps looking to buy his friend some time.
Absolutely. Felix struggling there with the getting himself up and out of the ring.
Yeah, and you really don't want to. You don't want to be going for it.
No.
When your opponents are up and ready to stop you.
That's very true. Everyone seems to be having a bit of a hard time getting their footing on the cage here.
It's a difficult thing to climb. And
Goku, he's just gone.
Oh, can he get caught in time?
Felix is trying, but it looks like Goku's already out of the cage. I think it's going to be hard to get him back in.
He can't quite get over that.
Oh, Goku, this is horrible. This is not what I want to see.
Oh, he's dragged him back down there.
I mean, it looks like he's quite willfully put himself back into the ring.
Perhaps he saw Deku in a bit of trouble.
Maybe.
Goku, defender of the week.
Yes, very in character for him.
He's going to come back in and really help out if he can.
Now, Goku having knocked PewDiePie down, is he going to capitalise? I think he might.
Big elbow drop.
Absolutely. They both look very worse for wear in these situations.
I think a steel cage match is really more of a marathon than a sprint. You've got to have that stamina to really keep going for the whole match.
Yes, you want to be able to still pull yourself out of the ring, but knock your opponent down for long enough that you can enable yourself to do such a thing.
Absolutely.
It looks like Deku's taunting Logan here. He thinks he's very cocky, which seems a bit unorthodox for Deku.
Well, maybe he's just feeling like he's feeling the confidence in this match, and it's taken him a while to find that confidence. Maybe he's showing it off while he's got it. Oh, and a big Kamehameha from Goku there.
Very powerful. I can't imagine Logan's doing particularly well after that. Now, do you not think it'd be wise for Deku to try and take out PewDiePie here whilst he's trying to defeat Goku?
I think it would, and I think they're really struggling with the tactics here. I don't know what just happened. I think Logan Paul might have just tapped out.
Wow, an early submission.
That is absolutely not what I expected.
No, I didn't know you could just tap out. I didn't think you could even pin to win in this game mode.
I certainly thought you had to escape from the cage.
Well, it would make sense since the cage is there.
I suppose the referee does know better than we do that.
Well, it's all to play for tonight on the BBWE.
And really, Deku, I wouldn't have thought of him as a submission expert.
Oh, here it is. Is this where they tapped out?
I think it was.
Deku really pulling through for the team there.
The anime boys have done it.
Oh, we are impressed by our hero, Deku Izuku Midoriya.
He is the hero academia.
He certainly is.
You cannot deny that.
No, we can't. Now stay tuned for the next match is coming up right here, right now on the BBWE. And here we are, back with our second match of the night. Now I've got a bit of a tip-off. This is a grudge match of sorts.
There has been some heat building in the backstage areas about this one.
Now we saw last week Spider-Man come to blows with Thanos in an attempt to redeem himself,
and it really did not end well for him.
No, absolutely not. But maybe this is the time that Spider-Man can bring it back. really hear those fans chanting for Spider-Man, egging him on and wanting to see that victory, it might just allow him to pull through.
Well, I'm really hoping for a better performance from him than last time, because it was a bit one-sided before.
Yes.
And I'm glad that we're not seeing the dirty tactics we saw last week, where he was attacking Thanos before the match had even begun.
Well, this must mean Thanos is trying to prove that he's a bit of the bigger man here.
Absolutely.
And I think when you've got that victory under your belt, you probably would want to say, I'm the bigger person. I don't need to come out and show everyone that I can go for an early takedown.
And Spider-Man, it wasn't a good move from him. It didn't pay off.
No.
And it won't have done him any favours with the fans, I don't think.
No, absolutely not. I would not believe that is incorrect. An incorrect assessment.
And honestly, when you attack someone before the match, even though it is someone who killed half the universe, it's just not going to shine a good light on you.
No, absolutely not. It's going to prove that you're a bit petty, and that's not what we stand for here at the BBWE.
No.
We want a fair fight every game, regardless of past massacring you may have done.
Absolutely. He's a very big man, Thanos.
Absolutely.
Look, we can't even get him on the camera.
No, we should tell Roger to pull back a bit.
Roger!
Come on. I think this is Alex's camera. He's a bit more
A bit more with it.
Yeah.
I'll be having a word with our manager. Get Roger sorted out there.
I think he's one of the interns that we've got, so
well,
what they're like.
We aren't paying him.
If I wasn't getting paid, I wouldn't film properly either, to be fair.
And away we go.
Right.
Straight into a tussle.
Oh.
Spider-Man pushing him right into the corner.
Now, it looks like Thanos isn't really having much struggle with this, and the referee's trying to break it up.
Well, it's not a fair fight if you're just grabbing each other like that. I don't really know what Spider-Man's going for.
No,
here.
he's just trying to push himself against him, but surely the weight and the size on Thanos, Spider-Man's not going to be able to get the upper hand like this.
Maybe he's just trying to show he can go toe-to-toe with the Mad Titan.
But it does look like that extra foot or two of height advantage that Thanos has, it might just be too much for Spider-Man to handle.
You are always going to be at a disadvantage when you're so small against a man of this size and weight.
Yes, absolutely. Now, maybe Spider-Man needs to take some time to train and better himself rather than coming back in immediately against the man who did best you the week before.
It really hasn't been enough time to let that training sink in. Perhaps we could be wrong. Perhaps we'll see a surprise performance from Spider-Man here, but we're certainly seeing it at the start of this match. He's really been showing his dominance.
But I think Thanos has come into his own now, and he's shown that he's going to dominate the ring and not be thrown around by Spider-Man's cheap tactics.
Absolutely, yeah. That was a big blow in the corner.
Oh!
And a massive leg drop.
I would not want to be Spider-Man right now. I don't think anyone could handle that.
Oh.
No,
nice swinging neck breaker there.
Absolutely, a bit of fancy footwork, which is very common to see from Spider-Man, being such a nimble and speedy hero that he is.
Definitely quick and nimble. That's the way I would describe him.
I think that's two very good words to describe him.
Oh, a taunt for the crowd from Thanos.
Spider-Man, who looked like he was taking the charge, has already just looked like he's exhausted himself here.
I feel like a few big blows from Thanos is just always going to knock the wind right out of you.
Absolutely. Spider-Man, who has seemed to best heroes that are much stronger than him with his cunning mind and his quick thinking.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem to be translating very well to the ring.
I feel like he's focusing too much on maybe the wrestling part of it and is giving up on some of the strategy that he's known for. If he maybe brought a more strategic style of fighting into the ring, he would perform a bit better.
But who are we to say? As a 5-time wrestling winner.
I mean, honestly, they'd just give the belt to anyone. I don't know how I got here.
Oh.
Thanos is really taking the lead again here. He's getting him in a headlock, and that's not a position you want to be with. Those beefy biceps.
Now, is it possible to get a submission here from this position?
Well, it's been going on for a while, and Spider-Man perhaps could could not take it if it went on any longer.
No, as I say, he looks quite in pain there. And Thanos is going for another one.
Oh, and he's really pulling that leg.
Oh.
And that's quite a compromising position for
Stretching
Spider-Man.
that hamstring. I think Spider-Man does not want to be there at all.
No. And
we
sound cut out in the studio for a sec there.
Yeah,
But now we're back.
Gonna have to speak to Janice in the box there and find out what's going on.
We
with
really
everything.
are having some technical difficulties tonight.
Honestly.
we just can't get the staff.
We absolutely cannot. With two men of such expertise in our field of wrestling commentary, you thought they would provide a better support for us, but evidently we are wasted on these people.
And we're about to see a high-flying move from Spider-Man.
Oh, I thought Thanos might be able to get out of the way in time, but it looks like the Mad Titan's taking a bit of a breather.
Oh, he's Spider-Man taking a moment to catch his breath before he picks him up for another big move.
And Thanos, complete reversal here. Oh!
A massive powerbomb!
Now, Spider-Man, that is some power behind that move. It's not something you'd think to see from such a nimble-figured man.
And Thanos, he's not a small man.
No,
He's
absolutely not.
At least 7 feet tall.
Yes, easily. And Spider-Man taking the time to rally up the crowd and
Showing that he really can do whatever a spider can.
now listening to that, it sounds like there's a bit of booing from the crowd for Spider-Man.
Perhaps his early attack last week has lost him some favour with the fans.
I mean, look at this fan. She's booing and giving a thumbs down to Spider-Man. I think he's rubbed the crowd the wrong way, which is not what you want the hero of the people to be doing.
No, absolutely not. But when they have to resort to cheap tactics, it's a risk you got to take, and really, when you're less liked than a man who's killed half the universe, it's not a good position to be in
really
with the fans.
says something about your name right there, doesn't it?
Yeah. And another submission move from Thanos. Maybe he feels this is the way he's going to do it.
And the ref is calling that out. Did that not count?
He's seen that Spider-Man was not tapping, and he's called an end to that submission move. Perhaps.
Interesting.
Again up to the top rope. He's been seeing these high-flying moves pay off for him this time.
Oh, it looks like Thanos tried to cover himself, but he does not seem well adapted to covering those flying moves from Spider-Man.
No, he got his knees up though. Perhaps Spider-Man is a bit worse for wear of that one.
I said with those golden feet boot gauntlet things that Thanos is wearing, they would take a bit of a blow out of anyone jumping onto them.
Absolutely. He seems to be putting a whip in the corner here.
Oh,
maybe we're going to see.
Oh,
and he's
Spider-Man!
A big stomp to the face. Spider-Man is full of dirty tactics. And
He's very dirty, I must say.
The fans are not liking it.
No. Now, I must say that jump was quite impressive to get the height off of Thanos, to be able to kick him square in the face as well.
Absolutely. And now he's going to wrench that arm.
Oh. Spider-Man, you naughty, naughty man. I do not like these tactics on you.
What has come across this young man?
Maybe the anger and the shame of losing last week's been too much for him.
And yeah, he's behind the scenes, he's been cooking up some dirty tactics to try and get the edge here.
Oh, I thought we were about to see a third count there.
Oh, but it's just a 2 count. Thanos is still in it. The fans still have some hope.
The Thanos.
That is what they're known as.
Yes.
Oh, and here he is, big neck breaker.
He's got his second wind, as it were. He seems to be coming back into the match with quite some power. Oh, and the falling punch again.
Oof. With all 6 of those infinity stones coming down on Spider-Man's face.
His poor face is going to be shattered into a million pieces. Oh.
And what's this?
Oh.
I don't know what has happened there, but Thanos has had a miraculous comeback.
No, it looks like Spider-Man was about to cheer out to the crowd, and Thanos has just completely stopped him. Oh.
Oh, and he's brought it back.
Count.
But that's a big blow from Thanos, and another big move coming up here.
Here's the crowd are cheering, screaming for Thanos to win here, and it just looks like Spider-Man can't recover. No.
I really don't know what happened there. Spider-Man seemed to be so far ahead.
I think he got too cocky for his own good. And he got a bit out of his comfort zone.
Trying to appeal to the crowd.
Yes, and Thanos used that opportunity to regain some composure, consider a strategy and go straight for the win.
Yeah, he's looking very sweaty though.
Absolutely.
A very shiny man.
Now, maybe Spider-Man can take this loss and think about what's happened, and maybe we'll see a better man next time. And here we are at the final match of the evening at the BBWE, and we've got two big titans in the name of wrestling here tonight.
Absolutely. It's definitely a match that I've been looking forward to seeing.
Now, Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 fame, taking... You could see in the game how he liked to throw his punches and could knock out Leon Kennedy in one swift punch. And he thinks, now it's time to bring that to the ring.
Absolutely. He's got a lot of weight behind those punches. Being infected with the G virus, perhaps?
Maybe so.
He's got some really big arms.
He looks like quite the metallic man. So
Absolutely.
maybe we'll see some of that raw iron will strength coming out against his opponent and taking them down in a single hit.
He really does. He haunts his opponent's steps. You can't escape him.
No. Oh, and a straight look into the camera. It looks like he's really getting the crowd going with such a domineering presence. It's something quite rare to see.
Especially compared to some of the other competitors we've seen tonight. You just don't see this command of the ring very often.
And here he is, making it his own before he steps in. Just showing everyone he is here to play.
Absolutely.
Is that a boo? That's a lot of booing, I hear.
The crowd, they don't like him.
No. I think he's been a bit too smug. Showing off a bit too much.
Ooh.
I'll be interested to see if the opponent he's playing against will be able to rally the crowd a bit more than he has.
Well, and we're going straight into it.
The other opponent we have here is Oh,
and Leon Kennedy has come out to the ring.
Excuse me?
Perhaps in support of Shaggy Rogers.
So Shaggy Rogers, our our natural fit slot for this match. I'm a bit bewildered. I don't really know what to say.
Well, he perhaps he would like some of the advice from Leon.
That's true. Leon
on
has
how to
come to blows with this man before.
Yeah, absolutely. Leon and Mr. X, quite a well-known rivalry.
Absolutely. Do you think we're going to see Leon step into the ring at any point?
I would think perhaps not, but you never know. If things aren't going Shaggy's way, maybe Leon will feel he needs to step in, because you see him cheering.
Yes, he's really rallying for Shaggy here. And it looks like Shaggy's already a bit tired out. Mr. X just showing him that he is such a powerhouse.
It does seem like Shaggy's on the back foot here. I'm quite hopeful that this could be the start of a beautiful friendship between Shaggy and Leon.
It would be quite nice to see it. The crowd have fallen quite silent. They really do not like Mr. X now.
They do want to see Shaggy rally and win this one.
And with a quick flurry of blows like that, if he keeps up his speed and momentum, he might just pull this back.
Well, a low blow from Shaggy to the delight of the crowd.
Yes, it looks like, and a pin already. Shaggy far too cocky for this match.
He's really... perhaps he's not quite used to the wrestling strategy, but he's got a lot of heart.
Very true. Hailing from Mystery Inc., Shaggy's been shown numerous times to, no matter what he's facing, pull through and do what's best for the team and those that he needs to win for.
Absolutely. We've actually got Shaggy here at the BBWE because him and the rest of Mystery Inc. actually split up to look for clues, and he just kind of stumbled into the ring once, and he was a natural fit.
Well, and now he's here to stay. Hopefully he can find any clues he might be looking for. Yes,
perhaps the clue he might be looking for is the BBWE title.
Now that would be a very good clue. Take back to the Mystery Inc. and the Mystery Machine and just, prove to Fred Velma and the other gang members that he can really do something with himself.
Yeah, perhaps similar to Monsters Unleashed, where he really wants to feel like he's an important part of the team.
Yes.
And he's really taken a domineering position in this match.
I'm very surprised. We thought maybe it's the cheering from the crowd and the support from Leon that he's getting. That's just showing that he has enough to do this.
When he's got his friends behind him, he can achieve anything.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And it's always a pleasure to see such a villain in the BBWE get brought down to size. Although that's a massive pick up and slam from Mr. X there.
I don't think Shaggy's gonna be able to recover from that. Oh, but he pulls back just in time.
I'm hoping he can recover.
Yes, he looks down for the count at this point, but here he comes, pulling himself together. Come on, Leon, give him some good words.
A big punch there.
Oh, being pulled into the middle of the ring.
It's against the rules, but I am really hoping that we see some interference from Leon.
Oh, it looks like it might happen. Come on, Leon.
Oh, and obviously, if you get a body part on the ropes, that stops the count. You can't be pinned with a part of you on the ropes. And
now Leon surely interfering here. Just that's not acceptable at all.
Well,
surely
it's not. But if the referee doesn't call it, there's not a lot we can say about it. And honestly, that's something I like to see. A bit of teamwork, a bit of friendship, and I really just want to see Mr. X lose.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone does, and Leon evidently more than anybody wants to see him lose. So like bending the rules like that, and maybe slip the referee a bit of money behind the scenes.
Well, you never know.
Make him look the other way.
Just give him a bit of that green herb.
We do like a bit of that herb. Herbs heals what ails you, whatever the phrase is.
Oh, and some quick elbows from Shaggy there to escape from that move. But Mr. X, it really does seem like he's got the more damaging, the pure power behind his moves that is really going to put Shaggy behind him.
Shaggy may have the will and the determination, but when it comes down to it, Mr. X has that raw power that is just going to put him over the top.
Oh, but a reversal from Shaggy. And could this be the beginning of the end as he cheers on from the crowd?
Oh!
And a big backflip.
It really just looks like he's showing off at this point. You thought Mr. X was down. Maybe you thought Shaggy would try to get a pin or something, but he keeps laying into him.
He's really coming to his own here, and I think he's making sure that he does have him down before he tries to finish off the match. And that's a tap from Mr. X.
Oh wow! I really did not expect to see that happen. It looks like the dirty plays from Leon really paid off here.
That is quite a turn up for the Bucks.
Wow! And I suppose with such a villain, the crowd didn't want anyone else to see lose. That didn't make any sense, but I said it anyway.
Really, the crowd was always on Shaggy's side here, and with the help of Leon, he's managed to come through.
Now maybe we might see them pair together in a future match and bring their kindling friendship to life.
I really hope so. It'll be nice to see some more tag team in the BBWE. Leon's come out tonight just to see Mr. X lose, but maybe in the future he'll be coming out to see Shaggy win.
That's beautiful. Just what we want to see at the BBWE. A burgeoning friendship like this is beautiful.
Absolutely.
And it's all here, always, on the BBWE. So make sure to come back next time so you can see just who faces up against who and which friends become even friendlier.
I can't wait to see it.
And we'll catch you all next time.
Goodbye.
On the BBWE.
Zoinks!